So who's responsible for our sufferings? Have you ever noticed that at home or at school or at work, that whenever anything goes wrong, our first reaction is to find out who's to blame? We always want to point the finger. We always want to know who's at fault. Well, today we have to give credit where credit is due, because if we don't, we're in a grave danger of accusing God of bringing evil into our life. And where credit is due is to the one that we call the evil one, the one who is Satan, the one who is the devil, the one who wants to tempt us away from a loving relationship with God and to focus our attention on the scandal of evil. Today, I call him the liar. Why? Because he's been lying from all of time, and that's how he tempts us to cooperate with him and to choose less than love for God. He did it to Adam and Eve. Remember in Genesis in the garden, when he says to them, why wouldn't God want you to be happy? Why wouldn't he want you to eat of this beautiful fruit in the garden? Maybe it's because you will be more like him and he's a jealous God. Go ahead, nothing will happen. And that's when evil entered into the world. When man's free will teamed with the devil and betrayed God by choosing something less than that loving exchange, then freely choosing him back, we chose a lesser good. And that disobedience entered into our humanity. And now all of us are tempted. We're tempted to use our free will against God and to team with the devil, whether we know that or not. Y'all, the devil is real. Sometimes we don't want to say that. I'm telling you, the devil is real and he is tempting us. Have you ever noticed that throughout all of the scriptures, even when Jesus is condemned, there's always lying going on? It says that when Judas was tempted, it says the devil entered him. Satan entered him. Satan started whispering words against him. Hey, your real happiness is in money. It's not in following this guy. He's probably not even the Messiah. He's not the one who he says he is. Hand him over. You'll be happier. What about the trials of Jesus? The trial before Caiaphas, the Jewish trial. Remember that one? It actually says specifically in the scriptures, they were seeking false witnesses to testify against him. They were seeking liars. What about before Pilate? You know, I used to feel bad for Pilate. I used to think that he got a bad rap. I mean, after all, in the scriptures, he was trying to find every way out for Jesus. But ultimately, he was whispered to. Ultimately, Pilate teamed with the devil. Why? Because he knew the truth. He said, despite knowing the truth about this man, there's something that's going to make me happier. And so I'm going to choose against what I know is good and true. I'm going to choose against true love. I'm going to choose what's good for me. And he betrays God. He betrays his own conscience. He betrays his free will. And he chooses to team with the devil. What does the devil do then? How do we team with him? He attacks the very gift that God gave us. That gift of free will. He knows that that is the spot in which he can get us. And he makes that weak by tempting us. Maybe during this time of suffering, he says things to us like, well, ever since you chose Christianity and chose to follow Jesus, has your life gotten any better? Have you had less suffering? Guys, that is a lie. How do we know that? Because Jesus doesn't even say that. He doesn't say if you follow me, life will be better or you won't have suffering. He actually says that you will pick up your cross and you will follow after me. You will suffer, but I will give great meaning to your suffering and I will redeem your suffering. Maybe during this time we've been thinking, maybe this is because I'm such a sinner that I'm suffering. Well, we don't believe in karma. That's not the Christian faith. We do not believe that God is vengeful in that way. He's always choosing our good. And even when he allows suffering in our life, it's only so that we can be made stronger and be better prepared for the next trial that is to come along. God does not create evil. God does not bring evil into our lives. It's when we team up with the devil by our own free will and choosing less than God that we choose to side with something less than love. You know, the devil will have us focus more on the scandal of evil than in being in awe of God, his love for us, and the reason that he created us, to live in that loving relationship. Y'all, today, we need to focus our eyes on Jesus. Focus our eyes on his sacred heart. Focus our eyes on his cross and his undying love for us so that we may live in proper relationship with him, to choose God, not blame him, but give credit where credit is due, to the evil one and to our weakness.